The Defense Secretary has warned that Britain could cause incalculable damage to potential adversaries with its nuclear deterrent. John Healey was speaking to the Times newspaper after attending the keel-laying ceremony for HMS Dreadnought in Barrow-in-Furness. Alongside Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer, HMS Dreadnought is the first submarine built to replace the nuclear-armed Vanguard-class submarines and is designed with significant technological advances that in the Times interview, Mr. Healey described Britain's nuclear weapons as the ultimate insurance, in what appeared to be a warning to Russia. Our nuclear deterrent is there as a deterrent, Mr. Healey said. It is the ultimate insurance against any potential adversary. We have the power to do incalculable damage to them if they attack us. We should not be ashamed of the fact that we are a nuclear power, that we have an independent nuclear deterrent. Thousands of people gathered to watch the official keel-laying, which marked the start of work on the first of 4 highly advanced ballistic missile submarines. Once completed, the Dreadnought-class submarines will be 14 buses long, displace more than 17,000 tons, and have a crew of around 130 sailors. They will be the most advanced submarines of their type. With around 30,000 people involved in the massive project, the 4 submarines are expected to take around 20 years to build, with HMS Dreadnought due to be completed first. During the visit to Barrow-in-Furness, the Prime Minister and Defense Secretary also met submarine crews and joined a Vanguard-class boat returning from patrol. That it comes as the government discusses plans for a so-called coalition of the willing to potentially deploy a peacekeeping force to Ukraine, should a peace deal be reached. So far, U.S. efforts to secure a ceasefire have been unsuccessful and tensions between Russia and NATO remain high. The Prime Minister warned of severe consequences if Russia breaks any peace agreement.